Good morning, fellow meanderers. Here we are again with little Mossy. A really nice but progressively wet morning. So we're going to try and beat this weather system that's coming in at 8 a.m. Go on, my Moss, heel. So yeah, we're just doing a nice local walk in and around the coppice. Let him have a little sniff. You notice I did a complete on lead walk yesterday evening, 50 odd minute walk in the end, but a lot of jumping, fences, getting lost. Yeah, come here, heel, good boy. So yeah, I mean, it's really nice. Look how loose lead he is. I know that people keep on saying, oh, I feel anxious when I get my dog off lead. I had a really not horrible message, but you know, I had to feel serious empathy for a lady that can't trust her JRT off lead because one of her previous dogs, unfortunately, Moss, come here, heel, good boy, unfortunately got killed in an accident. And I really hope, whoever you are, that you do rebuild your confidence with your dog. And you know, there is absolutely a way you can have a dog off lead, have full control. So many people seem to think that like you've got a flight risk or something. I don't know, but you know, like we demonstrated with Moss at just 6 months old, you can have the full canine experience with him on lead. I'm having a lovely walk with him now on lead, and yes, I advocate off lead work. It's just the best for, you know, to have freedoms with your dog, and they can go around and sniff. You're not getting pulled about. But also as well, it's really important that the on lead experience is good as well, because ultimately we want our dogs to be safe, right? We want to be responsible owners. We want to make sure that no harm comes to our little babies, our puppas. So yeah, like whilst I advocate off lead, I completely understand. People seem to think I don't understand that there are safety precautions to be taken, and you know, you can't be running up to every single dog. You need impulse control. You need to ensure safety. You need to ensure that dog doesn't do what it shouldn't be doing. So anyways, look, we're about to come up to a dog off lead here. I can't even see his owner. He seems to be sweet enough. Maybe he's just about to go out on a walk. Little cockapoo type thing. Sweet. Moss, kom, jij kleine jongen. Good morning. How you doing? You okay?
So far, so good.
So far, so good. A lot of rain coming in about half an hour. Just a word of warning. Have a good one. Kom, jij kleine jongen. Goede hond. But yeah, you know, I've got my dog trained in 2 languages and sign language, so I get the best out of him. And I'm not saying that you need to do that too. By no means am I preaching about what you shouldn't do with your training. But you best believe with Moss, I'm trying to invest as much time and effort into him to make sure, as Will Atherton says, have that perfect canine companion where I can trust him off lead. He can have that fun, those freedoms, those experiences. We can have a massively fulfilled set of adventures. And you know, if you don't feel comfortable having them off lead, and that's the fate that they're going to have, and I say that loosely, you know, it is okay. Some dogs are just not fit to be off lead because of either training or, you know, they've been rescued. Moss, kom jij? Kleine jongen, kom jij? Moss, you know, again, look, I've got to keep him loose here, take the tension off the lead, let him have a sniff. No big deal. But yeah, you're going to have certain rescue dogs, and he wants, everything in his being wants to say hello to that lady. We're going to do a correction here. Kom jij kleine jongen. Kom jij, Moss. Good boy. So you know, get him following along. Moss, follow. I know you want to say hello to the lady. We can't be saying hello to everybody. Moss, eyes on. Eyes on. Good boy. What's this? What's this? Zit. Leggen. Leggen. I know it's wet and you don't want to do it. Goede jongen. So, I'm not going to sit here and preach from one dog owner to a set of dog owners in my audience saying they must be like Moss. I am training him the best. I am not claiming that at all. I'm just showing how good it can be, and with perseverance and patience, trust and love, and ultimately loving leadership, you can have an amazing dog. Moss, kom jij kleine jongen. Good boy. So, you know, I could have him off lead now, but I can see there's a dog up on the horizon, which is actually all right. Do you know what? I'm happy with that. I'm going to take the calculated risk here. I tell you what, it's just starting to rain. Moss, kom jij? Heel. Heel. Don't test me, mates. Oh, it's a kid. Moss. Oi. What's this? Everything is being wants to say hello to that kid. Moss, kom jij? Kom jij kleine jongen? Patience. We're just taking you off the lead, we need to go. Moss, come on mate, see you later. And again, this is a thing, if you roll with a bit of confidence in the right direction, it should come. Moss, kom jij? Heel! Heel! Goede jongen. Good boy. That's a good boy. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not preaching. Just showing how nice it can be with that trust and leadership. And again, if you don't trust my opinion on it and you want to question it, please go and seek reference with Will Atherton. He is such a amazing canine behaviourist, and he really knows his dogs. So if you don't trust my word and you don't see what we're literally demonstrating through video, then go and seek it through the actual proper professionals, and you know, you'll see how amazing it can be. Tell you what, it's just starting to rain. Testing the DJI Action 5's waterproof capabilities today. One thing I am going to do, there's a 60-meter diving camp. Moss, kom jij? Here, what's this? What's this? Moss, Moss, eyes. What's this? What's this? Kom jij? Zit. Leggen. Goede jongen. And I'm actually going to put him back on lead here. Reason being, there's a gentleman in his office clothes. I don't want him jumping up potentially because he hasn't got that out of his system entirely. Right, let's go, buddy. Good morning. So, you know, got him back there. Impulse control was actually wonderful. And to be frank, let's just prove a point. Let's do some lead walking for a bit. There's a lot of people walking to school, walking to work at this hour, so there are going to be distractions. Moss is 6 months old. His impulse control is not 100%. He does get distracted, but he's really getting there. And just being able to do everything is just so important to me as an owner. By giving him the trust and the freedoms, I, by proxy, get the freedoms as well, and I get to enjoy myself. Like, I'm not loathing the walks I'm about to go on. Whilst I'm sure maybe a few of you watching this right now are like, oh God, Loki's going to be a handful today, for instance, just pulling a name out of the hat. You know, he pulls and he tugs and I can't have him off lead, and that's cool. Like, if you're really struggling, if you can't afford training, because I know not everybody's got endless amounts of money to go to training or the knowledge to train their dogs themselves, there are the likes of Will Atherton. There's McCann Dog Training. which is an American YouTube channel. Blonde lady runs that. She knows a thing or two, plus her team. You've got, there's another guy as well. He trains real like proper protection dogs. It's like K9 something or other. There are so many sources of reference. If you're willing to sit down and do your research, you can really learn a few things. But you know, also as well, if you're really unsure and you do have the disposable income, which not everybody does, and equally I do have the attitude of, if you don't have the disposable income, how can you afford to bring up a dog? But that's another thing altogether. It's none of my business. But there are so many sources of potential training that you can do with your animal, from mental play and stimulation to off-lead work to on-lead work, recall. There's so much. And like right now, I'm allowing him to stop. And actually, he's going to lead me. I actually wanted to go up this path here, but we can cut across the fields. It's not an issue. And there's that mantra, it's like, oh, it's their walk, it's not your walk. And I partially agree with that. It's their walk in terms of like, you know, you need to allow them to sniff about and enjoy themselves. But I actually have the mantra, it's our walk. We should both be enjoying it. You and your dog should be enjoying your walks. Like I say, should be loathing the experience. There's another channel as well, and I tell you what, an absolute inspiration for my channel, Danny the dog walker. He's just very matter of fact about things. Come here, off the impulse, good boy. Gotta say hello to everyone. Come on, come here, kleine jongen. Come here, good boy. And yeah, Danny the dog walker. What an absolute gentleman, geezer. He knows a thing or two about canine psychology. I know every part of you wants to go and see that dog over there, bud. But in fact, I think that's a Vizsla. Beautiful dog. Kom jij? Zie. Goed jongen. But yeah, Danny the dog walker is very matter of fact. Look, his prey driver wants that pigeon right now. Yeah, I'll let him chase that normally. Like, I think he did a short the other day with a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. So they're going to go off and run after a squirrel every so often. But if you've got all that recall and you call them back and they come back, who honestly cares if you've got them off lead in a safe environment? Like, so many people are so quick to judge when you got them off lead. It's like, oh, they might run off and do this, blah blah blah, they might go into a road. It's like, well, not being funny, but if you don't know the area that I'm walking my beautiful animal, how on earth can you come to these conclusions and bring these anxieties into the mix? It's just, it doesn't make sense to me. But like arseholes, everyone has an opinion and we're all entitled to them. Anyways, here's what it is. Let's let this visitor go by. Let's give him some space, Moss. Morning, mate, how you doing? Lovely dog. Bit of impulse control, Mossy. I know you want to go say hello. Good lad. That's enough of giving him the space, but he's starting to pull now. Oi, let's chill. He's now run after all the pigeons. But yeah, I'm not going to keep preaching and preaching. It honestly feels like it at times, but I'm just trying to have a candid, honest, transparent channel where, you know, perhaps I can teach someone how to enjoy their experience that little bit more. And if I help just one person enjoy their day, or another person maybe learn something from Moss and myself, albeit not an expert, I think, you know, that's amazing. And look at all those swans going over the top. And you tell you what, you can see the clouds are closing in. It's going to absolutely wreck it down shortly. I've basically come out on the window when it's at its driest, but there's still a light rain. It's Great Britain after all, and we have had a drought. You probably noticed, like every video I stick up on the channel, about a month's worth, right? It's it's beautiful. Really, really fortunate with the weather. But it's going to be approaching the autumn and the winter, so it's going to get progressively worse as time goes on. But also as well, I realised I went on a tangent because I was getting moss back on leader. I was talking about DJI. So the camera is wet right now. It's not sodden. I'm very, very confident about its waterproofness because of reviews and so on and so forth. I know it's good to 20 meters underwater, allegedly. I'm not sure whether I feel confident about doing that, but you know, it isn't the claim, it's proven. But one thing I am going to do, especially for the really, really bad weather, and I don't intend on doing any diving or anything like that, but that goes down to, there's two cases. There's the official one that goes to 60 meters, and I think if you're a professional diver, you would just go and get that one. And also as well, it protects the internal camera, so you get some nice audio. But then the Telesin one, which I'm looking to get, is 45 meters. But just for that additional protection on the camera, on these wet British days, I'm definitely going to be investing. But anyways, we're 15 minutes in, or 16 minutes in. It's going to be a slightly shorter video this morning. As you saw, or as you may have seen, last night was a very, very long adventurized walk. It was amazing, to be honest, but yeah, we'll be able to cut that down and make it more efficient next time. But I'm not going to cut this walk short. I'm not trying to rush through it. That's what, if I go back to Danny the dog walker, he said, are you enjoying your walks, or are you rushing to get it over and done with? If you're rushing to get it over and done with, you need to be questioning why that is. But anyways, guys, I wish you all the best. Happy meandering, stay positive, and try and live life to the fullest. That is one thing I'm really, really trying to do after being so unwell for a considerable amount of time. This young boy has really, really helped me, and as has the NHS for obvious reasons. So anyways, guys, have a wonderful morning, and I'll speak to you all later on today.